In this lesson, we are going to explore Keith Haring inspired movement artworks. So first we're going to look at some of the samples of his art, and then we're going to learn how to incorporate our own designs to create our own artwork. So Keith Haring was a street artist slash graffiti artist that used really simple colors, really simple lines to illustrate really interesting movements. So we're going to kind of like break that down and create our own movement inspired by this artist. This is like a photo of him wearing a t-shirt of his own design. He used really bold lines. These are some samples of his artwork, some of the most famous images he's ever created. So he basically just drew outlines of people and used really bold lines to make it look like they were moving. So he illustrated like a dance party up on the top left, a lot of like people running over this big giant man on the right. I think this one's super funny with the dogs jumping through somebody. So you can get like really creative with this one. Stick to like really bold lines, really bright colors. He used a lot of primary colors in his artwork. Um, and they're just kind of like fun. So have fun with this one. Here is the sample of my artwork. So the movement that I chose, which is something that I like to do, is hiking. And I started with just like the outline of my person and I filled it with doodles around it. I didn't have a very thick pen handy, so I couldn't really emulate that Keith Haring style with the thick markers. So if you do have that, feel free to go that direction, or you can do one that's a little bit more similar to mine. So you're going to start with a movement, illustrate that movement, and then fill your page, your like the rest of your sketchbook page with really fun lines.